In this problem, we're told that the average weekly amount spent on lunch was $44.49, with standard deviation $2.63. And we're also told that the amounts are approximately bell-shaped. So that means we're going to use the empirical rule. The other option, if we didn't know the amounts were bell-shaped, we would use Chebyshev's inequality. So I start with the mean and the standard deviation, and I have a bell-shaped distribution down here at the bottom, so I'm going to pull that up, and here we go. And so I can fill in the amounts along the horizontal axis. We start with the middle, and that I'm going to fill in the, what was it again, $44.49. Now, I'm going to take that $44.49 and add the standard deviation, which is $2.63. And when I do that, I get $47.12. So that amount is going to go here. And that's one standard deviation above the mean. So that's how we get the 47.12. Now I'm going to fill in the other amounts. We've got $49.75 by just adding another $2.63 to the previous value we just found. And then $52.38 by adding $2.63 to $49.75. Now, I'm going to go to the other end of the distribution, and I take the $44.49 and I subtract $2.63. And when I do that, I get $41.86. That's $41.86. And then $39.23. And $36.60. All right, so now let's take a look again at the question and see what it is that they're asking about specifically. Okay, so now we want to estimate the percentage of amounts that were greater than $47.12, and we're going to round this answer to one decimal place. So let's take another look at our distribution. And we want the percentage that are greater than $47.12. So that would be this area. Okay. All right. So, as I just said, this is 68%. So this is basically like the last one. I take 100% minus 68%, and that gives me 32%. But as before, and let's get rid of that. Okay, that's gone. As before, we only have one tail shaded in. So I'm going to take 32% and divide by 2. And that gives me 16%. So that's my answer for that one. All right, we've got 16% there. And it says to estimate the percentage of amounts that were between $44.49 and $49.75. Round the answer to one decimal place. So 44.49 to 49.75. All right, so here we go. And we've got 44.49. And we want to go up to 49.75. So we're looking for this area here. And to determine that, I'm going to say, well, again, we know that between one standard deviation below the mean, two standard deviations below the mean and two standard deviations above the mean, we get 95% of our data. So I'll take 100% of the data minus 95% of the data. And that leaves me with about 5%. Now, this is only one side. It's not a tail because it doesn't go all the way into the corner and beyond out here. So this is just a very limited area within your space, but in this case, again, it's only on the one side, so we just cut that in half, and 5% divided by 2 is 2.5%. And that's how you do that problem.